right, well, today it's going to rain this afternoon, and I've been rushing around, and we're going to plant some corn. It's a little bit earlier this year, but I've always been told that if you get it in the ground early, you don't have near as many worms in your corn. And one year I got it in pretty early, and they were nowhere near as bad. So this year, we're about 10 days before the actual planting season. It's April 1st today. So the planting season for this right here is April 10th through, I think it was May 15th or something like that. But we're going to try to get it in the ground a little early this year. It's supposed to rain this afternoon, so that'll get the, hopefully, germination process going a little bit. It's been pretty warm. So I was going to show you here a little corn planter. It's a little pole, and I'm going to show you how this thing works. So your seed goes in here, and there's a plate that goes over this, but just so you can see the wheel, I've got it taken off. And this is your fertilizer hopper here. And down here is this wheel. When the wheel turns, it turns the seed plate, dropping seeds every so often. And if there's a chart you can find online that will tell you the spacing. And I know with this plate and the gear down here, let's see here, that gear is a 14-tooth gear. So with a 14-tooth gear and this plate, I think it's got 12 ridges. It is 7-inch spread on how often it drops the seed. So that's where your seed goes. And this is your fertilizer hopper. So whenever this turns, the wheel turns, there is a catch right under here that shoots the fertilizer down and right behind this wheel to side dress the seeds. So the way this thing works, to adjust this is a adjustment right here. So I'm not sure the actual poundage per acre, but whenever I do corn, I turn it all the way up. So that way my ground is not super fertile. If you had really fertile ground, you wouldn't want to do that. But just because my ground has been planted for so many years, I've already dressed the field with some 10-10-10, but I'm gonna also put some 17-17 to side dress it as well. So just kind of wanted to show you a little bit about this thing. And these things they're not super rare to come by. One in good condition is, I got fortunate with this one, got it at a good price and fixed it up years ago. So, and this plate is what goes, put this on before you put your seed in. Goes in like so, and there's just a wing nut. Oh, I completely forgot one of the most important parts here. This goes on as well. And these line up just like so to keep that center plate from rotating. And then the wing nut, you just kind of don't really want it too snug. You want it a little loose. And a Carter key or whatever you want to use goes right in there and kind of keeps the bolt from turning, from backing off. So that's pretty much how it goes. And you put your seed in here, and you make hundreds of different plates for these things, for corn to okra to beans. I plant a lot of green beans with this thing. So pretty simple. And if you find one in really good shape, they're a little pricey, but you can a lot of times find them and fix them up a little bit, do a little work on them for pretty cheap. They work really good. It makes the planting process so much easier. You get your rows laid off nice and neat so you can cultivate them. So I'm going to show you a little bit about how I'm going to plant my corn here. So I'm going to go get some corn seed and fill the hopper up with 17-17-17 and get to planting. We got 17-17-17 loaded in the hopper. We got the corn seed. It is How Sweet It Is, which is a white corn, and it's a SH2 sweetness, which some of y'all may not even know what that means, but it's pretty much the sweetest corn seed that they produce. And it's really one of my favorites. It turns out super sweet, and it's done pretty good for me in the past. Last year we had a really dry year, so it was pretty tough, but I'm gonna give it a go this year. Hopefully I get it in a little earlier this year. Last year I was pretty late with it. So hopefully it turns out good. And got the GoPro set up there to kind of see how everything works and kind of show you a little bit about how corn planting goes. We got it all planted, so I'm just going to kind of walk back. There's a couple little places where I didn't quite cover it up. I'm just going to kick a little dirt on it, but for the most part it looks like it did really well. And I was having a little bit of trouble in the beginning. I was playing with the adjustment on that thing. They're kind of hard to run behind a cultivator because the back wants to kick up, and when the back kicks up, the wheel doesn't make contact. So you want to make sure that your wheel in the back is always making contact. So I played with it a little bit, got a little bit of the adjustment out. These first couple rows were kind of trial and error. I ended up planting them twice just to be sure they came up good. But once I got it all adjusted out, I kept that back wheel down, slowed down a little bit. It did really well on the bottom end down there. So that's pretty much it. It's supposed to rain this afternoon, and I'm going to keep an eye, make sure all this germinates good and starts coming up good, and I'll post some pictures on Instagram. So hope maybe this helps somebody out and wants to plant them some corn but doesn't know how to use a corn planter. So appreciate everybody watching, and please subscribe.